Which one was better, the Superfly 4 or Superfly 5? Almost 10 years ago, Nike dropped the Mercurial Superfly 5, a football boot that we now look back on quite fondly. However, at the time, people were really unhappy with this being the new Superfly, with a huge reason why being the absolutely unbelievable impact made by the Mercurial Superfly 4. I don't think anybody, Nike included, could have ever expected these to have gone over so well, being that it was the first mid-cut Flyknit Mercurial model. Everybody absolutely loved them, so when they replaced them with something so drastically different, people were understandably upset. With Nike's decision to go from a carbon fiber sole plate to a plastic construction being at the forefront of most people's main issue, where every single Superfly model up until the Superfly 5 having a carbon fiber sole plate, it was what made a Superfly. So for Nike to take it away and also increase the price from $275 to $300, it was just one of those things that did not go over well with longtime Mercurial fans. But it wasn't just the sole plate and the price increase that people were mad about. The upper of the Superfly 4, being full Flyknit with Brio cables as your reinforcement, was super thin and offered a great barefoot feel once you broke the boots in. However, the Superfly 5, still made from Flyknit and still reinforced with Brio/Flywire cables, was now a ridge texture all the way through that was basically twice as thick. They were still on the thinner side, don't get me wrong, but in terms of providing a barefoot feel, there's no question that the Superfly 4 was thinner. Having said that, these big issues and strong opinions that everyone was having was more so based on first impressions of the boots, where when they actually got the chance to try out the Superfly 5, most people agreed they were actually quite good and, depending on personal preference, actually an improvement over the beloved Superfly 4. I'd be curious to hear your opinions on which one you think is the better Superfly, but I can say from personal experience, while I will say that I like the sole plate and stud pattern on the Superfly 5 with that anatomic shaping a little bit more than the much cooler looking carbon one on the Superfly 4, when it came to fit and feel, the Superfly 4 would be my pick out of these two.